Welcome back to my channel. I'm Toby from 170, and in this video I'm coming back to Open Arena again because season 3 of Open Arena has just started at previous reset. I'm making this video almost near to second day of Open Arena. So I have already picked my marches and made my setups, so I'm just gonna show some of that, and then I will make another video on this of Open Arena as an update near to the ending of it to see how much I can progress with this new setup and things that I'm trying. So overall, setups are not extremely different from each other, but there are some differences which I want to try. Like for example, I am playing Fufe this time instead of Loki, and a few skill changes in my other setups. So first of all, I have lightning with Shadow Dragon, and here I am making use of absorption from Tokugawa. I have like put regain on him and another absorb skill, which will help me against magical damage and also help me against another lightning march, which I can face with Hammurabi. So Hammurabi is mainly my DPS here, although he will most likely die a lot quickly because a lot of people are using similar marches using Shadow Dragon, and Shadow Dragon will attack a lot of damage on him, like 2 million 2 damage. Then I have Khan. Khan is like a semi DPS but more like a sport. He will apply wounds on my opponent. Although this lightning march does not do all that much of a thing, mainly main work is done by fire and holy, but this helps if your opponent is using another lightning march up front or in the third position of formation. So Khan will apply wounds, and Desire of Life will help keep Darius alive. I think his name is Darius. I don't remember him very clearly. So this will help him stay alive more. Also, damage taken from Toxin Barrier, which will like stack and deal damage. Then I have Spear Impel. I am thinking about like changing Spear Impel with Fighting Will, but as of now I have not done that. If I do that, then I will also change some skill on my Hammurabi with Storm Eye to make them both proc together for more damage. But for now, I'm gonna keep this. Then I have my Fire March. In this, I have not changed anything like majorly. So this is almost my same build from previous season. Just two skills over here could have been difference. I am not like playing two skills from my previous march. Like which one did I have here before? I don't remember it now. But yeah, I am using energy suppression to fight against another fire, and I'm using regain blessings to increase my regain just by a little bit against another fire using no escape, because no escape is gonna make us both disabled for 6 seconds, and after that I want me to proc a bit before my enemy. I have Kuthi power on Syntiok for regains. Then I have Unyielding for more crit damage. After the buff of 70%, this skill is pretty much usable. Before it was 50%, I didn't like that too much. And Death Breath will help me gain more regain for Kuthi power, because an ultimate is damage 3 times, and Death Breath attacks at one time like 8 times at one proc, like 4 times magical and 4 times physical. Then I have my Trojan. On him I'm using weakness, a really good aura skill for fire march, just like Melis. And with weakness I am using Oaken Guard to help me against another same physical fire of Syndiok. So this can like help me reduce another Sion's damage by 50% for 18 seconds. Most of the time match is gonna end pretty quickly, so this 18 seconds is pretty usable. It helps you. If your enemy is not using anything similar like energy suppression, rage, or open guard, then you will have an advantage over them. And then I have silence gaze. I'm still testing this skill. I have used it in previous season a lot, and personally I'm getting good results from it, especially against the fire meta which is currently going on. I like place my Trojan parallel and opposite to opponent's Syndiok. I place my Syndiok and my Hippolyta together in front of enemy's one immortal to focus that line. And when this procs, it will like taunt back row enemies, one of the back row ones. And if it like taunts enemies Syndiok and it's not in front of like enemies Hippo, then I like to kind of misdirect that passive from her, and my passive is directed on enemies immortal which is front of my Hippo and Syndiok. And I've been like observing and I'm seeing that I get more procs of passive this way than if I put my Trojan with silence scales in front of enemy Syndiok. That will not change a lot of things for me. I am like trying to make my Hippolyta, although her alt is random, I know, but I am trying to get more of her alt drops on the enemy which is in front of her and the enemy which has the passive applied from Syndiok's alt. And over Hippo, I'm using full coverage as well, because every time Hippo procs her alt with her high regain, he will also proc full coverage. There's a 70% chance for that and 300% damage hit. But main thing is for her to proc this and deal, even if she's dealing like one crit damage, she will still manage to proc alt for Syndiok, and that's all I want from her. Secondly, we have Holy March. Here I'm using a lot of heals with a DPS Manko and a semi DPS type. Sorry, what was his name? Kublai Khan. So I'm using Aura Skill, Shelter on Fufe, and then I'm using Absolute Defense on Fufe to make her get less damage. I tried using Fufe without Absolute Defense as well, and she was dying way too quickly. I don't know why she is dying so quickly. She's a lot squishy. So I'm using Absolute Defense on her now, and these three instances actually help you heal even your Theodora more. When she gets less damage, then more damage is focused on Theodora. And then I have Vitality Touch, a really good skill and also an important skill for healing matches. It almost works like a second Theodora itself, Vitality Touch. And then I have Energy Shield for absorption in my Holy March. This also helps a lot. Second, we have Spring of Life, a very crucial skill. It increases your healing effect by 25%, and every time they receive a healing, their damage will be reduced. The 30 damage received, to be accurate, will be reduced by 15% for 3 seconds. And Manko's alt, as you might know, it procs like every 3 seconds. It like falls from above, and this is like a good thing against enemies Manko. Although most likely enemies Manko will also be enemies Holly will also be using Spring of Life unless they don't know how good this skill is. Next I'm using Purification, which helps me like then again heal more and like remove some debuffs and abnormal effects from my march. And if there is no effects on the march, then yeah, it heals with just Ferenc Start. Then I have Manko like completely DPS control, and it's having demonic contract with Blade Vortex and Victorious Pursuit. Although I am like not too much of a big fan of Victorious Pursuit on Manko, because like in like a data report, it only deals this massive amount of spike damage in 1 out of 4 hits, and I don't really like that a lot. I think that anger, purple skill anger, it might be a better replacement for this, but for now I will continue with Victorious Pursuit, and later if I don't like it too much, I might replace it with anger. Next we have Misleading, another aura skill to help me get more accuracy and damage on an enemy. And I have Guard. Uh, Guard here is like help a bit against Manko while Manko charges her ultimate. She is like a bit vulnerable, and Black Khan will tank a bit of damage for him, and he will also like get heals from Theodora and Fufe while he is immune to Loki's control. Here, Fighting Master. Although Fighting Master I have put on him just in case, but most of the time Fufe's art will not let Loki control him, and he will like just attack. Fufe's art just cancel out Loki. Over here, let me, sorry, 1 second. Immortals. Yeah, here you can see there's remove all control effects on them and grant them immunity to control effect for 3 seconds. Unfortunately, we don't have the artifacts for Immortals right now in Open Arena. If we had exclusive artifact for Fufe in Open Arena, then Loki of our opponent will most likely become a bit useless, because he will just remove all her confusions control, and without that I don't like Loki too much, because that's the unique thing Loki has. Tomurist also has the same thing, but not as much as Loki. So overall, this is what I'm using for this season of Open Arena, and there might be some changes going forward, but this is like a build and a base thing that you can see, and maybe you should also like try changing skills yourself, and if you have any ideas, tell me in the comments so I can also try them. I also want to try water with new Immortal. I will also try that. If I like that, then I will make another video on that. But for now, this is about all for this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.